Hello everyone, this is John with Adventures in the South, and here we are with our Igloo BMX 52 cooler, which we really love. We bought this cooler several years ago, and we actually reviewed it on our channel, and we saw a lot of comments from folks on our review and other reviews about adding your own seal to the lid, which helps the cooling efficiency dramatically. So we decided to give it a shot. We're going to try it. I got a seal that I'm going to use. I'm going to try to attempt to put it on here. I'm on a camping trip right now. I'd like my ice to last a lot longer than it's lasting, although it has lasted pretty good amount of time. Actually, I froze everything and we brought our food in this, and we're on day 2 and most of the items were still frozen, but we did keep it inside our camper cabin that we're staying in, which is at a nice 72 degrees. Outside here, we're experiencing 95 to 100 degrees. The product that we're going to use, we purchased from Home Depot, and it's a Frost King seal, or I guess you would say weather strip is what they call it, but it's Frost King, and it's made for home, auto, and marine. So we wanted something that was going to hold up to water, ice, all that kind of stuff. And this looks like it'll probably do the job. This particular seal, or this particular weather seal, is self-sticking. On the bottom it has like a peel and stick. It's 9/16 of an inch wide and 5/16 thick. And you could probably do this with any cooler, not just this particular cooler, but I think the efficiency of this cooler will increase dramatically, because the lid, although it does seal pretty good, it kind of has a gap around the outside. Here's a closer look at the product, and I'll hold it up for you so you can see what we purchased from Home Depot if you want to try this on your cooler. Alright, so I'm going to move the camera to where you can see what I'm doing, and we're going to go from there. Okay, so we got our cooler, and I actually have some items in it because I'm actually on a camping trip, but I just have some plain old alcohol wipes. And I'm just going to wipe it down the surface so that it's clean. I'm going to use 2 of them. My biggest concern is back here. Hopefully that's not going to be an issue, this area, but I don't think it will be. But I do want to wipe this down very good, and I'm going to use the second wipe also, just to make sure everything's clean. All right, that looks pretty good. That second one came pretty clean. So we're going to open this up. This should be more than enough in length. It's 10 foot long. So I'm probably going to have some left over. And if this works well, I may even do one of my other coolers. So this is a closer look at what the weather seal looks like. I'll peel off the first stretch of it. That's long enough to get it to that first turn. I'm going to butt it all the way up against the edge here. And as we put it down, we'll pull the... And it's bending around the corners fine. That's good. So you may have an issue with it trying to ride up the edge. And just follow along that outside of that lip. The corner seems to be a little bit... I may have to do something a little different in the corners. We'll see. We'll see how it goes going around. Yeah, it looks like corners are going to be a little trickier. So we may have to go a little bit wider out on the corners. So coming through here, you're not going to be able to take it very tight. Matter of fact, you're going to have to kind of round it a little more and leave some space, because what's happening is the seal is trying to pull up. So I'm just going to go ahead and get it all the way around and then worry about working it in on the corners. My original plan was to have this all the way up against that little lip, but I don't think I'm going to be able to do that. So back here I'll cut it. I have a knife here. I'm going to cut it right there. Didn't bring really anything super sharp, so all right. So I have a good bit left over. Maybe I can do a smaller cooler. It took a lot of it. All right, so not bad. Not bad. It actually worked. And going around the corners here, you have to go more rounded. You know, you're not going to follow this edge exactly, but it works. Now, the question is this going to close properly? That's a big question. And we're going to find out here. Hopefully it does. Hopefully it's not going to be an issue. So I would think that I don't want to damage my hinges for sure, but I would think that that gasket has enough give that it should close. It is a little bit tight. Okay, so I would say that worked. All right, so here's a little bit closer look, and it turned out pretty good actually. You know, over time we'll see how it does. I mean, my cut there wasn't the prettiest in the back, and of course this lid is not gonna like fully drop down like it did before. You're gonna have to use some effort because you got this seal here that is 5/16 thick. Now over time it's going to compress down, and of course it'll get better, but I'm really curious to see how this works. I'm kind of excited. It actually looks pretty good. I'm impressed with how well it looks. I'm going to back up a little bit and let you see the whole entire top. So the big question is, how well is it going to cool? So we're going to latch it, and it's going to take some effort to latch it. It takes a little bit more effort than before. I'm pretty impressed with how that turned out. I'm a little bit surprised it turned out as good as it did. We'll see. We'll see how it does. I have several more days of my camping trip. So I have about a half a bag of ice in there with a little bit of food. We'll see if that ice holds up and lasts. It is a little bit thicker around the front, but the back is also compressed. I think over time this is going to kind of compress down and it will close easier. I don't think that's going to be an issue. We hope you found this video useful, and if you did, or if you enjoyed it, hit that thumbs up button, liking it. Subscribe to our channel for more outdoors content, product reviews, camping videos, fishing videos, that kind of stuff. And check out our website, adventuresinthesouth.com. Have more fun camping. We'll see you next time.